Gauteng is today hosting its pass-out parade at Tsakane Stadium in Ekurhuleni for wardens who've completed their training. The wardens are set to be deployed to various communities in the province. The province continues to roll out its crime prevention program aimed at addressing lawlessness in various regions. We take you to Ekurhuleni. That's where we find Katleho Sekhotho, who is standing by to give us a sense of what to expect today. Good morning, Katleho.
A very good morning, Dudu. Indeed, we are here at Tsakane Stadium where the pass-out parade for about 1,500 wardens who've completed their training is set to take place here. Now, on the program, we do have Premier Panyaza Lesufi as well as Gauteng Police Commissioner Elias Mawela to give keynote addresses and to outline, I guess, in terms of this parade, the wardens who will be deployed to various hotspot areas and the work that these wardens will be undertaking, in fighting crime throughout the province. Now, I just want to show you what's happening around the field area of the stadium, Dudu. As you can see, the wardens who are taking part in this pass-out parade, lined up in order. And obviously, these are the officials who will be literally taking care of residents throughout the province as it relates to crime. And really, I guess this is part of government's intervention in dealing with crime. We know that crime is a big issue in Gauteng, Dudu. As you may recall, earlier on in the week, we had those crime statistics coming out of the Western Cape Police Minister Ekurhuleni outlining some of the grim numbers in relation to crime, and Gauteng, the Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal being outlined as one of those, the three provinces really battling crime. But I do have with me the Community Safety Head of Department, Katleho Sekhotho, just to give us a breakdown of what today entails and I guess the work of the wardens. HOD, thank you so much for affording us some of your time. Crime is a big problem in Gauteng. We have been listed as one of those provinces that just can't, kick this problem. With this program today and the wardens who've been, completed their training, what can we expect from them in terms of the work they'll be doing?
Thank you very much, and good morning. We can expect from the wardens that they will be deployed, as you indicated. We've got about 40 priority policing precincts which have the highest levels of crime, and we are working together with South African Police Service and the various metros in order to be a force multiplier on the ground. We know that law enforcement agencies as a whole within Gauteng are not enough, and therefore with the crime prevention wardens, a total of which we'd want to have 6,000, we are ensuring that these crime prevention wardens join the first cohort so that they can add to the numbers that we have on the ground in doing stops and searches, because they are also now qualified as traffic wardens, and also to ensure that they can also do searches at schools where they're finding a lot of illegal substances, and they'll also be doing patrols, foot patrols, but we also have obviously been having some successes with our helicopters, but we're also doing some successes with our cars, just so that they have various levels of interventions that we're able to work with them on.
HOD, do we have a sense of that more boots on the ground deals effectively with crime? Do we know that if just adding more wardens, officers on the ground, that's actually curtailing the crime statistics? Because we see the numbers and they're not really going down.
It's a joint effort. It has to be. Crime happens at a community level, and as the Department of Community Safety and Gauteng Provincial Government, it has been very clear that we have to work within communities. They are going back to their wards. That's why it is a ward-based approach, because we understand that they would know their communities better. They would know where the hotspots are. We also, however, are very cognizant of the risk that comes with them being in their area of residence. And so it becomes very important that we reinforce them with our specialized units so that they are able to actually identify those areas and they can work there. So we can't do it alone as government at all. They will not do it alone as crime prevention wardens or with SAPS. We definitely need the communities. And just by the way, everybody in the community who is surrounded by crime knows where it is coming from. Because, by the way, some of the people who are committing crime are in our own households. And so we have to face that reality and say, what can we do together? So this is a government initiative, a Gauteng provincial government initiative in particular, under Premier Panyaza Lesufi, and of course in community safety. How then does the community help us and join forces with us? We're working with the private security companies who have been a great deal of help, but we also need the community itself to assist us.
Thank you so much for your time, HOD. You heard it there from the HOD of Community Safety in Gauteng, Nontsikelelo Sisulu, just explaining the importance of government working with communities in fighting crime. Obviously, really trying to look at dealing with crime from all levels. And perhaps it will be interesting to hear from Premier Panyaza Lesufi as well, who launched the e-policing program earlier on in the year. And really, because if you can see behind me as well, there's a chopper. So really a multi-pronged approach in, using high sophisticated technologies in dealing with crime, more boots in the ground in terms of the wardens who've now completed their training, as well as use a government working with communities in approaching, some of the crime that's happening at a very ground level and looking at all the different ways in which crime can be dealt with from different angles.
Katleho Sekhotho, thank you very much for that report.